we'd like to
there's like a bunch of really weird shit.
For the first season of Death House, we'd like to really thank the writers of the Rosemary's Baby, because we like the psychological horror, and of course, Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Ooh, psychological horror. We didn't put that in our list of things to talk about. That's
No.
my favorite.
We can, it's like slasher movies.
Both.
Psych horror is crazy because you're the bad guy.
Yeah.
Or are you?
Your own brain is what makes everything so bad.
And then you watch movies like The Cell, and you're like, no. I'm done with this movie.
What about The Visit?
No, what was it? The Platform?
Oh, The Platform was decent.
That was a psychological horror.
It was.
We'll come back to that next week. I had a whole rant about movies like that. Now's not the time.
One movie I can think of that tried too hard to be scary was The Visit. M. Night Shyamalan, 2015.
Oh, yeah, that's all you had to say. It's just one name. Tried too hard, yeah.
Back.
I know it was the Help. I thought that movie was terrible.
I thought it was The Town. I just made it up. That's just how shitty his movies are. They're all forgettable.
Another one is Us.
The Happening.
Us did try too hard. It really did. It had creepy moments, and
it made me think more than be scared.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It made me really think more. I was like, huh. It's the problem with social commentary. Like, I loved it, but at the same time. Yes, hello.
Yeah.
It was, but I wouldn't say it was comedy.
No,
it wasn't like the first. Wait.
Scary. It was kind of funny.
What was that other movie? It was Peel, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Get Out.
Yeah, that was great horror comedy.
It was.
Best scene is when in the very end. Spoilers. Best scene is the very end when he gets away from the house, and I forget if it's the old lady or the old man that's about to shoot the main character, and then he gets hit by the cop car, and its best friend is like, "Who do you think I am? I'm the motherfucking TSA." Fuck, I loved that movie actually so much. Made me laugh. It made me be scared, but it was still really well done. On that same note, a movie on that same kind of thing, that movies that still is kind of scary, but parts that made me laugh. I've been trying to think of the movie for like the last 10 minutes. It was the movie with Paris Hilton. Does anyone remember that horror movie?
You're going to need to be a little bit more specific.
Only one.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Something bad.
A couple.
Only one horror movie with Paris Hilton.
I like my Valor. I know I've seen it.
I know what to see. All right, I'm gonna mention the scene because I don't actually remember the name of the fucking movie, but there's a scene where she's about to die, and she gets chased into a garage. And you know how there's that scene in the horror movie where like they do something smart to like the slasher, and then they leave them alone and run away, and you're like, no, pick up the fucking knife and stab him, right? She actually does that in the movie.
House of Wax?
That's it. House of Wax. I even know the exact scene I'm thinking of. He like cuts her Achilles tendon, and she's like running around the garage, and he drops a knife or something, and she fucking just starts stabbing the shit out of him. And I'm like, man, they actually gave Paris Hilton like a good part. Like, you know, I can't say what I'd do in that situation. That's what I'd probably do. Oh, she still died.
The Sharknado series.
That's just see now.
It's so stupid. It's funny.
But I think that goes more into thriller and action than horror. Like, if you were telling me like, you know what? I would argue on that same note, sir, the Meg is more horror comedy. Yeah. Just because it's meant to be such a B movie. They had this giant, like, how did we not see it? it's like Godzilla. Oh, I love Honest Trailers did it best. He just appears when he needs to, and they can detect him until they can't anymore for science reasons.
Unfriended. Unfriended's a good horror comedy.
I never saw that one, actually. Is that the...
It's like horror through like laptops and all that. They make fun of a dead girl after she killed herself because of them and all that. It's the year or the anniversary of her death.
Wait, is it bad or is it actually comedy? Like
both. It's
Drag
bad.
Me to Hell?
It's so bad it's comedy.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it like Drag Me to Hell levels of bad, where it's like
the scariest part is at the very end, and that's it.
Yeah, it sounds like Drag Me to Hell.
And it's stupid, and it's a jump scare.
I mean, one movie that doesn't seem like it's going to be a horror comedy until you get like halfway through is Dusk Till Dawn. Have you ever seen that movie?
That makes sense, yeah.
Fuck, I love that movie. Anyone who's never seen that movie, it's not a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's like, but it's got George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, I believe. Who's the dad? He's also famous.
He's the Jurassic Park guy?
No.
I thought it was the grandpa.
I didn't think it was the grandpa.
I think I'm way. I haven't seen that movie in years. It's terrible.
No, it's gonna be someone famous, and I'm gonna kick myself in the face. Harvey Keitel. That's right. And Cheech Marin.
Yeah, Cheech Marin is that fucking...
And George Clooney.
He's standing outside of the club calling stuff, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I said George Clooney. If you've never seen this movie,
Hayek, Danny Trejo.
The start of the movie is straight thriller horror. The spoilers again. The two brothers are one of them. Quentin Tarantino plays a dirty creep, and George Clooney plays a murderous bank robber. The brothers, and they kidnap an RV with a family, and they're driving it to Mexico. And the whole first half of the movie, it's very tense. And you get these scenes where they're in a cafeteria and they're all trying to eat. And it's just very tense scenes. And then they get to Mexico, and they're like super happy, like, woo, we got over the border, and they're going to this place called Dusk Till Dawn. And they literally get there like halfway through the movie. And they go inside this bar, and it's this great scene with I forget her name, I just saw it, but she dances. Selma Hayek. Yeah, she dances with a cobra or with a python.
Boa. Isn't a boa constrictor? It's a big fucking snake.
So good. It's this whole dance scene and everything, and you're like, man, oh, this has been a really good movie, like a really good like action thriller. Like, I did not expect this, and then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, like literally just, bam. Everyone except like 7 people and including the original the cast turn into vampires.
Makes sense.
And it just becomes a massive a vampire movie.
It becomes a mad vampire slasher movie.
And like, there's a guy with like a literal cock gun, and there's there's an old cop who's like, not this shit again, and it's like it just turns on a dime
when they're filling the condoms with holy water.
Yeah.
Those become like grenades.
It just it turns into such, it goes in such left field, and you do not expect it. I mean, I didn't. I had never actually spoiled myself on this movie, and I'm like, I laughed so hard. That cockpiece gun.
Dude, that's hilarious. The guy pulls his gun on him, he just taps his foot, and it's like right from his crotch, this little fucking revolver folds out.
That sounds uncomfortable.
It's a cod piece, like, obviously, right?
Oh, it's so good.
It's fucking hilarious.
Fucking Dusk Till Dawn, man. And then I remember that's how I started watching stuff like that. I watched that years ago when I was like probably when I was 10 or 11. So like 2000, 2001. And then I started watching stuff like Evil Dead, which is like the king of comedy horror. I love Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell. You know what? I'm not going to talk about Evil Dead. I'm going to talk about the horror comedy that Bruce Campbell does that no one has seen, which is an absolute goddamn shame. And that is the life and times of Bruce Campbell. I believe that's what it's called. The Life of Bruce Campbell. It's an actual movie. I'm just going to get the actual name before fuck, what's the movie called? Bruce Campbell. The movie is just called Bruce Campbell. Okay? And it's a movie about Bruce Campbell. If you know who he is, he's from Evil Dead. And the movie, if you've never seen it, it's a documentary. And it follows 6 people following Bruce Campbell. And they're like, he lives in, some nice home in Hollywood. It's not too nice because he's not that good of an actor as he would say, and he seems like a very begrudging old man. And it plays off like a documentary, and it gives you it's just like they introduce the interviewer and they follow him around, and he's like, and they follow him to a couple different places, and he talks about his life and his film. He goes to his studio where you see all his trophies for Evil Dead, and like it plays like a documentary for like a good 40 minutes. And then there's like a scene where he has this one little like, I think it's like an orb or something. It's from one of the Evil Dead movies. And one of the interviewers is like, "Hey, you actually have that?" And he's touching. Bruce Campbell's like, "No, never touch that. That is not for you to touch." And so, I forget what happens, but later they're at another showing where he's at a mall opening, and he's like, cuts the ribbon. He's like, "Oh no, watch out for a Kandarian demon." And they like do the whole stage show where he kills it. And he's like, "See, you do that for the fans." And he's like, "Yeah, but you never really answered what this is." And Bruce Campbell just looks and he's like, "Oh, you dumb son of a bitch." And all of a sudden, literally from his pants, he pulls out a fucking shotgun and charges it. And he's like, and then the camera crew's like, "What?" And it turns into an Evil Dead movie. And all of a sudden, Kandarian demons actually start jumping out of the crowd, and he starts blasting them. And then he's like, "Are you guys useless? Get a fucking weapon!" And then they're like, "Wait, what's going on?" And he's like, and he explains that he actually, it's so good. If you've never seen Bruce Campbell, it's a horror comedy, but
it's called My Name is Bruce.
My Name is Bruce.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, there it is. 2007 film. Bam. My Name is Bruce. Thank you so much for finding it.
No worries. I'm scrolling through everything while you were talking.
Oh, that's so good. It is fucking hilarious. Pew. Put that in the chat. But one of my favorite Bruce Campbell films outside of The Evil Dead for horror comedy. The guy just has a knack for it. Everything he puts out is hilarious.
Oh, there's that new one that came out. Wiley's Wonderland or something. I saw it a little while ago. Just pop up on my feed. And it's horror comedy as well.
Willy's Wonderland?
Something like that, yeah.
I've never heard of it.
It's like a...
That sounds good.
It's like a what?
It's a Nicolas Cage movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, so it must be a horror comedy because that's all he can do.
It's think like Five Nights at Freddy's kind of thing.
It's sitting at a 3.9 right now.
Like, what do you mean by
When
think?
Sara breaks down, a quiet loner agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs. He soon finds himself waging war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland. Yeah, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
Basically straight up.
Did it
Had a
come?
$5 million budget, and they've only made $500,000.
What? When did it come out?
2021.
Like,
It's on Netflix, apparently.
It is.
Link me, please. Really?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Netflix and type in the title.
Five Nights at
It
Freddy's.
came out in February,
Oh my god!
Oh no.
2 days before Valentine's Day.
Oh. Maybe they were trying to do what Deadpool did and failed.
Because it's a movie about love.
It is a movie about love.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there it
There you
is.
go.
Thank you for posting that. Let's.
I sent it to the chat.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Not just to the regular chat though, only the chat.
Yeah.
There's actually.
No.
This is the thing. Holy shit.
Wait. Is there anyone else who's actually a good actor in this other than Nicolas Cage?
No, it's 100% brought together by Nicolas Cage. The young kid is like up and coming.
Who's the young kid?
Emily Tosa, I think.
Stars Emily Tosa, director Kevin Lewis. Jesus.
Aaron Powers, I think, is the one actually.
Like, I'm gonna watch this. Like, there's I'm going to watch
I
this.
might watch it.
It's like oddly, yeah. I guess I'm gonna be watching some weird movies tonight.
Yeah.
I got home tired. I passed out for like hours, but I made sure to set an alarm so I couldn't sleep in. Now I'm like wide awake.
I'm so sad for what my night's gonna become. Like, I need to watch this movie. And like the new Candyman has been out, and like someone's seen that movie.
Hey, it's not like 50-50 in reviews right now.
That's what I've heard. That's why I haven't been to
72% on Metacritic, 84 on Rotten Tomatoes. Never mind, I lied. 6 out of 10 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes is usually pretty like stick a fork in it and stuff.
Okay.
2.7 audience rating summary though. Oh, brutal.
I'm gonna put out a challenge to everyone here in this audience right now. This one's not a horror comedy, but I saw this and it's got, if I'm just check before I post it, it's got a IMDb rating of 8.4 and a watch score of 85. The movie is called Pig. It's a drama and thriller. Wait. A truffle hunter who lives alone in the Oregon wilderness must return to his past in Portland in search of his beloved foraging pig after she's kidnapped.
You know what's another good one?
Nicolas Cage,
House of a Thousand Corpses.
Alex Wolff, and Adam Arkham. And it's just a picture of old Nicolas Cage with this beautiful golden pig. And it's just, the world needs to watch this. if there's any horror comedy I've ever heard of in my life, it's A Man and His Pig. It's fucking Nicolas Cage. You know what? That's a joy. Just click Nicolas Cage on IMDb and just scroll through his entire movie list and just pick one you've never heard of.
Random.
Did you know that at one point he bought an octopus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got two.
Pretty great, right?
Oh my god! It's got
Maybe it's
two
two.
nominations. It's got a nomination at the Roche-Signon
What?
International Film Festival and the Duvel Film Festival.
Oh god. Because Nicolas Cage movies are either horrible or like somehow amazing.
Or they're like
little bit of both.
transformative. And I could see like I could see how like, because like think about it: Face Off, Valley Girl, Vampire's Kiss, Lord of War, like just all like
He was in Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I just he thank God for Nicolas Cage. Can we agree to that? If we didn't have Nicolas Cage, we wouldn't have great movies like Pig.
Ghost Rider.
Well, you know what? I'll reshuffle that one. Ghost Rider is okay, but
Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance.
Face Off was amazing.
Tom Hair was also great.
Or
Color Out of
Vampires.
Space was also great.
Vampire's Kiss.
What's that movie where he dies to the bees?
The Wicker Man.
Wicker Man.
Not the bees.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. All right. Well, we're approaching the hour, so we should probably wrap it up. Anything else anyone wants to talk about for horror comedy?
Oh, hey, look who showed up.
Right as we're ending.
Literally right as we're wrapping up.
So what's
now-
your take on horror comedy?
Wait, what?
You have 10 seconds.
No, you got
Insaniac
lots of
just got
time. Oh, hey!
Hey. Hey.
We do not have lots of time. I want to go to bed.
What's up?
Not much.
We're just talking about horror comedy. We're just wrapping her up. How was the stuffs?
The stuffs and the things.
Yeah, how were those things? Were they stuffable?
Yeah. So good.
Did you stuff them so good?
Yeah. So
Hey.
much so that I slept.
I figured. We all figured you were asleep.
I tried to call you.
So in your tired and half awake state, why don't you tell us what you think about horror comedy and then send us off?
Well, you know, it's always usually comedy. It's not always the most horror.
I mean, that's actually a
Yeah.
pretty good observation.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay.
As someone who's watched a lot of them.
Yeah, I was talking about how the Toxic Avenger was one of my favorites, and then I found out that there's a new one being released next year with Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger.
It's bad.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
I'm not so sure.
Well, considering the bar that the others have set, Andrew, I'm not worried. It would have to be really, really bad to be worse than the others.
Yeah, like actually.
Yeah.
Like astronomically bad. They're already got a leg up because they have a good actor. In fact, they have two. That being said, well, thank you, Insaniac, for showing up.
You know, I
Yes,
try my
it was
best
lovely.
to please.
Why don't you can you do the sign off?
Thanks for watching. Yeah, continue to keep watching. That's about as far as I got.
You are not very awake right now, are you?
Well,
I'm
just
like
to
half.
expand a little on what he said, we'd like to thank you all for watching. We're sorry you had nothing better to do, but thank you for spending it here. That was Insaniac.
Too.
Below me is the Grease
Thank you,
Goblin.
thanks.
Beside me is Sara Vike. In the air is the elusive gentleman, and I am C4. We are the villains of the Villains Talk Show. Join us next Sunday for Sunday Two Shots. Join us next Wednesday for slasher scary movies, and then after for the elusive Tavern Tales with Jeremy. And our shows are at 10:30 Mountain Time, and catch podcast. We do podcast. All this gets put on podcast. Catch my
How many
breath.
times can you say podcast?
I know.
Just to say that, yeah.
I just stopped because I couldn't stop myself.
Podcast, we have a podcast. We're putting this on the podcast. There's a podcast.
Thank you.
There's Applecast, and then there's Buzzsprout.
That's what I was trying to say. Is
And
you
there's
can
a podcast.
you can catch episodes anywhere. I have literally you just search the Villains Talk Show on Google. It comes up first thing.
It's spelled wrong, unfortunately.
No, it's not. You wish
So
it was.
spelled
It is.
So spelled wrong.
Anyway,
Spelled correctly. The Grease Goblin just has a different.
There's an I
definition
know.
of the correct
With a V.
spelling.
anyway, you can catch us anywhere. If you like the show, please subscribe to my Twitch. It's you can always join us live at twitchtv.com/C4 a person or necrophiliac spelled backwards. And yeah,
With
see you
form
guys.
7A.
See you guys Sunday.
Woo! Sunday.
Ooh, don't forget to thank Buzzsprout for
Be there, be
all
there,
of
be
your
there.
podcasting needs.
I feel like it's too late now.
I mean,
Always.
thanks for coming, Andrew.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
was
realize
just too
what I didn't realize what time Caden had called me at. I actually thought I just missed that call.